Alright folks, let's talk about IAM Principals. These are the VIPs of AWS Security, managing who gets access to what. Think of them like bouncers at a club. They check ID and decide who's allowed in. Without them, AWS would be a free-for-all, and trust me, that's not what you want. I'm Amelia James, a technology expert with 13+ years of experience designing and delivering human resource management systems that actually work for people. I specialize in building scalable integrated HR platforms that streamline processes, enhance employee experience, and give leadership real-time, actionable insights. So what exactly is an IAM principal? Imagine AWS as a fortress. Principals are the knights, merchants, and messengers allowed inside. They get special permissions based on their roles, and without them, accessing AWS resources would be chaos. IAM principals are the security guards of AWS, making sure only the right people access sensitive resources. No loose ends here, every action is checked, just like TSA at the airport. AWS has different kinds of principals like characters in a movie. Users are your lead actors, roles are stunt doubles. The root user is the director, and AWS Services. They're the behind-the-scenes crew. IAM users are the personal accounts for actual people using AWS. Think of them as employees with ID badges. Without permissions, they can't get into the building. IAM roles are like guest passes at an event. You get access temporarily but don't stay forever. Perfect for applications or processes that need controlled entry. The root user is like a VIP with an all-access pass, but that power comes with risk. If compromised, your AWS account is exposed, so better to keep it locked away. Federated users are like VIP guests at a private party. They don't live there, but they get access through exclusive connections like single sign-on. Fancy, right? Even AWS services can be principals, like AI assistants helping out behind the scenes. They move data, trigger actions, and make AWS function efficiently. Resource-based policies are like VIP guest lists for AWS resources. If you're on the list, you get access. Useful for things like S3 buckets needing external permissions. Imagine you're the gatekeeper of AWS. IAM principals decide who gets in and what they can do. They can be real users or even services. Used in IAM policies, they control access like a bouncer at an exclusive club, without the sunglasses. Think of authentication as the secret handshake of AWS. IAM users prove their identity with passwords and MFA, while IAM roles get temporary passes. Even AWS services need permission slips. It's all about ensuring only the right people or machines get in. Temporary security tokens are like digital guest passes. They allow access but don't stick around forever. AWS SDS hands them out to IAM roles for short-term security, ensuring that no one keeps the keys too long. Kind of like borrowing a VIP pass. Cross-account access is like lending your neighbor a spare key, but with strict rules. IAM roles and trust policies ensure they use it responsibly. No hard-coded credentials lying around. Just controlled access with a touch of AWS magic. Security is like cleaning your fridge. You don't want expired credentials hanging around. Rotate passwords, enable MFA, and only give access when necessary. Keep an eye on who's snooping around. AWS security isn't just best practice, it's survival. Misconfigurations are the villains of AWS security. Leaving MFA off. Bad idea. Hard-coding credentials. Disaster waiting to happen. IAM policies too permissive. Hackers send their thanks. Stay vigilant, audit often, and don't let bad practices creep in. At the end of the day, IAM principals are the backbone of AWS security. Configure them wisely, follow best practices, and monitor diligently. If security is a puzzle, IAM is the corner piece. Without it, everything falls apart. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us.